Hello everyone, my name is Maria Jose and I'm a Spaniard living in the UK, and I have an allotment, and this is my third season growing vegetables and flowers in my allotment, and I would like to show you around. So let's start with a general view of the allotment. Our allotment is 250 square meters. It's 10 meters wide by 25 meters long, and what we have decided to do is to grow everything in raised beds except for the potatoes, and have our paths covered with wood chip instead of grass, which is something that here is the most typical thing to do, because grass really is a lot of work. So wood chip, we think it looks nice and it also suppresses the weeds, and it's our preferred choice. And everything that we have constructed here has been built with recycled materials, so timbers from pallets or other woods that we have found in industrial estates or things like that. And even the pots and glass that we use to cover our planters are collected from the skips of different companies, of course always with permission. So I would like to start by showing you our garlic. And this was planted in October, so it's been here for a few months already. Today is the 1st of May, but it's growing, I think, very well. I can show you, for example, this one, how thick it is already, and it's only a few more months until we harvest it. We love garlic. In this bed right next to it, there is another row of garlic that I didn't plant this year. This was here, I planted this one last year, and last year it didn't grow, but this year it has woken up. It has decided to start growing. And this is a leek left from last year, which I will collect seed from. So I will let it grow until it produces a flower, and then I will collect the seeds. And here I have some sunflowers, just for the fun of it. This is our gooseberry bush, which was given to us this year by friends, and it's doing very well, as you can see. And then continuing with the alliums, here are our onions, and another row of sunflowers right there. And here we have more onions and some shallots too. And this is going to be another mixed flower and crop bed. So here are some sunflowers already, there will be dahlias here, and then here we have quinoa. These three little plants here are quinoa plants, and then we have 2 rows of amaranth, which is from the same family of quinoa. And there are 2 varieties, the red one and the green one. And this vegetable can be used as spinach, so you can eat the leaves, and then you can harvest the grains and use them just as quinoa. So you harvest the seeds and then you cook them just like if they were quinoa. So here is our potato and carrot bed, and we grow the potatoes both in the ground. So I have 4 rows of sarpomeras growing in the ground, and we also grow them in these boxes here. So here we have purple potatoes, and as you can see, they've started showing their little leaves, and this means that we have to earth them up again, because we have already earthed them up once. So as you can see, the leaves of the purple potatoes are also purple. They're really nice. And then we have another variety here of white potatoes. And then in these 2 planters that we built, we have the carrots growing, and as you can see, they have sprouted and they are growing very happily. We protect them with these panels of glass, which are really thick. They're double glazed, and these ones here, they have actually started to put up some nice growth, and they have true leaves already. So we're very happy with these ones. Then in the next bed we have our parsnips. Let me show you them. The parsnips I sowed 3 months ago, more or less, and they're really slow, but now they are putting on a really nice growth. And you can see they're becoming sturdy little plants here. And they will be interplanted with sweet corn. So this whole bed will be sweet corn, and that's why we have this large structure here to protect the sweet corn from the birds that eat it all if you allow them. And so we will interplant the parsnips with sweet corn here, and then here in between the sweet corn we'll plant soybeans. So in the next bed over we have our pea bed, and we have these 4 rows of peas, which we have sown at different times to have a succession of peas. And we have built these structures to help support the peas. So some of them have already started to cling onto them, to the string. And here we have a planter which will contain tomatoes later in the year when we bring them out of the greenhouse. But for the moment I've planted radishes just to get a quick crop, quick catch crop. And on the other side of the path, right next to the onions and the rhubarb, we have our raspberry bed. These raspberries I didn't plant, so they grew here when we took on the allotment and we dug everything. I saw that they were growing already, so I left them in the ground. I cleared the weeds around them. And these, I discovered that they're summer fruiting raspberries, so they already have a little, these will be the flowers, and then of course the raspberries. And they are really nice, they're amazing. And right next to them we have another fruit bed, and these are the strawberries. And as you can see, they started flowering. Some of them have been touched by frost. So as you can see, these ones with the black center, they have been frosted, so unfortunately they won't produce a raspberry. But these ones, they will. This one and this one, for example. And on the top of this vertical planter, I have put another quick catch crop of radishes, and I have also put lamb's lettuce. And right next to it we have more carrots. In the next bed we have our broad beans. We love to grow broad beans, and then we use them for paella or for many stews or salads. And they were planted, they were sown inside the greenhouse maybe a month and a half ago, and they are super fast growers. And we transplanted them outside 3 weeks ago, and as you can see, they already have flowers. So they are really growing very well. We even had frost last week, but they survived just like that. In these two beds here, we don't have anything planted yet. There will be beans and tomatoes or courgettes, I think. This is one of our brassica beds, and we have recently transplanted out a lot of different brassicas. So we have Romanesco cauliflowers and white and purple cauliflowers, broccoli, and also summer cabbage. And then on this other side we have our greens and salad beds. So in the greens bed we have beetroot, which we have two different sowings. So these were sown directly in the ground, and those were grown in the greenhouse, and we'll have a little bit of a succession that way. And here we have a couple of rows of Swiss chard, and then all of these are spinach, different varieties. And here we have our salad bed, and we have all kinds of lettuces, butterhead, mixed salad leaves, red butterheads, and then little gems and stuff like that. Over there we have oca planted, and we will also have borlotti beans and tomatoes. And this is our garden area, let's say. So we have a pond so that the frogs will grow and will eat the slugs, hopefully. And there's already a lot of tadpoles. I don't know if we'll be able to see any right now. I think maybe it's too close. Oh, there's one here. There we go. So there's tadpoles, but there's also a lot of different types of wildlife. So there is a little snail right there. There's a lot of pond skaters and water beetles, things like that. And then our little garden. We don't have a garden at home, so this is my garden for growing flowers and stuff like that. And we have another container or planter for growing carrots. In this bed here, right next to the compost bin, we have fennel to grow for the bulbs, and we have turnips planted. And here is my herb bed. So we have lavender, and we have fennel to grow, to use as a spice or a herb in dishes. We have chives and rosemary. This is a curry plant that I just planted today. We have curly parsley, and we have thyme and mint and sage. So we have all kinds. And this is the last bed, and it's also a flower bed with a lot of different things in it. And finally, well, so here's the compost bin, you have already seen it. And this is our greenhouse. So let me show you what I still have inside the greenhouse that I haven't yet transplanted outside. So here's the sweet corn, 2 different varieties of normal sweet corn, let's say. Here are some brassicas that will stay here for a while still, kale and kohlrabi and winter broccoli, stuff like that. Tomatoes, all different kinds. Over there we have more flowers to put in different places, companion planting, etc. Here we have beans, which are similar to borlotis, but they are Spanish varieties, and those are courgettes and pumpkins that haven't yet sprouted. More courgettes and pumpkins down there. Those are garbanzo beans or chickpeas. And here more tomatoes, more sweet corn. Those are the French beans. Here I have even more sweet corn. This is blue sweet corn actually, and that's popcorn. And that is the last thing, and that is choclo, which is a Peruvian sweet corn that's supposed to grow up to 3 or 4 meters, I think. And so that's what we have in the greenhouse right now. Everything will go out into the allotments except for the tomatoes. Some of them will stay inside. And this is our shed. And we built it ourselves. And we made it from pallets that we salvaged. And then we clad it also with pallet wood. This was all designed by Jose, my boyfriend, and he made it himself as well. We even put a window in it, which is double glazed, and he made a door for it too, and I helped him build it. And inside, as you can see, I have my plan of the allotment and a few drinks. And here, the last bit is our area where we can sit down. And as you can see, I need to recover the patch of grass that we managed to burn with the incinerator one day that it was really cold here. And that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join us for our next video. Bye!